Hi everybody, thanks for joining me once again. I wanted to make this video to tell everybody what I've come to understand about the 5 sacred names meditation and how Wiley Brooks taught me to meditate and use the 5 names to not only clear karma but also construct a world that is the new world for us to move into. So the 5 sacred names, Jot Niranjan, Onkar, Rarankar, Sohang, Satnam. Those names are in my understanding, those are the names of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th dimension. Or you could see them as the names of the gods of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th dimension. How to use these names is to repeat them within. I would encourage you all to go to the videos that we have on YouTube. That one of the videos is an hour long of Wiley saying the names. And the other videos are who Wiley said he was and how he has the authority to give the names to the world. Because I know a lot of people who are Hindu and things have threatened Wiley's life. They've threatened my life. And if Wiley always said, if their God is stronger than I am, then they should be able to kill me. And nobody was ever able to touch Wiley in that way. And I say something very similar. If these people, if their God is as stronger than my God, then I guess they can touch me. But nonetheless, they are not ever able to stop me. And so a lot of these people, they say, well, if you're not given the words or the names by someone who is qualified, then they don't work. Well, that's proof enough to me that Wiley was qualified to give these words to the world. What he said was that the names were given by God to this lineage in India because they had a culture that was capable of keeping the names pure until the time that it came time to release that energy to the world. So the Indians are still mostly stuck in the old world where they were the only ones who had the words. But Wiley was initiated into this order, into getting the names by, I don't know, some guru, I don't remember his name, but he came to America from India seemingly just to initiate Wiley. Wiley said that he was moved to come to New York, and he came all the way from India to New York and then went right back to India, and he initiated 3 people. It was Wiley and 2 other people were in this class. And Wiley said that he was a part of the group to originally initiate the guru and begin the line of gurus that would hold on to the names. So he initially bestowed the names to this world so that they could be given back to him so that he could give them to the world, because everything in this world has to be done by humans, right? So that's what Wiley said. And then Wiley gave me and loads of other people the names. And what these names do is they dissolve karma, they dissolve sugar in the body, they dissolve toxins and pollutants so that they can be passed out of the body. One of the other aspects of that is that as you're repeating the names within you, silently, you're actually creating them. And so what you're creating is the perfect fifth dimensional world for you to move in. Are we not creating with our thoughts? Everybody says this, that we're creators. We create with our thoughts. It's very obvious that everything from power lines to everything, this car, this phone, all started in the imagination as a thought, or as a group of thoughts, or as an evolution of thoughts, right? So when you use these names, you're creating a environment that is pure, pristine, it's perfect, because you're creating the perfect fifth dimensional world by speaking these perfect names into existence. So the instructions that I was given on how to create them is Wiley said, Brandon, you want to hear them. When you're speaking them, you want to hear them. You're creating them. In the beginning was the word. So make sure that the word is the perfect word. So you want to hear them, and you want to get to the point where you see them in like block letters in your mind, where you're saying the names and you can hear them, and you're also seeing them in third dimensional, or it's not 3D, it's a higher dimension, but you're literally seeing block letters that are full of colors that burst forth from your mind. It's very difficult to do this. This is not an easy task. It's a monumentally difficult task. It's very, very challenging for most people to see their thoughts. But it's completely possible, and that's the instruction that I was given in creating the words. Okay? And this will create the perfect fifth dimensional world for you to move into. I think that's it for now. Those are the instructions that I was given. Sit and meditate quietly, or lie down if you choose. I'll be showing through the classes and things different techniques of meditating. But these are the basic instructions on how to use the 5 sacred names. The one other point that I want to say is there's been a discrepancy between Onkar and Onkar. And from my understanding, Onkar was the original word, or is the original word or sacred name that was given to the lineage of gurus, Onkar. Omkar with an M is used to clear up all of the old stuff that at that time the world was pure enough to where we didn't need Omkar. Onkar was perfect. Now, with a lot of these old pollutants, old family stuff, old world stuff, we need to use Omkar for a time until our plate is clear enough to use Onkar. First, we have to clear out some of the essence of the old world before we create a new world at times. So one of the ways that I really train myself to meditate all the time is I would say each name 50, 100, 150 times. All day I would say one name, then the next day I would start on the next name and make sure that I'd set enough Omkars, because a lot of times when you're saying you're doing this meditation, you'll find that you say Jot Niranjan a load of times, but you barely ever get to Rarankar, Sohang, Satnam. You're barely getting to Satnam because every time you start over with Jot Niranjan. So that's another way to build the other names within your system, is to just go directly to those names and say each of them 50 times, say each of them 150 times, whatever feels appropriate to you. Do it for hours, say one word, and then go to the next one and say the next one for hours if you choose. All right, good luck, my people, and Godspeed. Peace.